Hello and welcome to the 36Vegas Women's Champions League highlight show. Throughout the first 11 weeks of the Ultimate Pool season, 32 top women's players will battle it out in this historic tournament for the women's game, the first time a solely women's competition has been platformed on the prestigious Monday Night Pool stage. We start with 8 groups of 4, with the winner of each advancing to the second stage, where the top 2 from our last 8 groups will head to finals night on March 16th. This is episode 1 of the competition, and here we focus on Group 1, and what a way to kick off the tournament. 5-time world and 7-time Ultimate Pool champion 𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗵 will start as group favourite. She's joined by Emma Parker, last seen in the mixed pairs final in December, and the current EPA national champion from autumn last year. Vicky Lomax is also here, the most recent Ultimate Pool women's winner, taking down the last woman standing event just a month ago. And they're joined by Welsh international and new Women's Pro Series player Kirsty Shepherd. All 4 will play each other in 20-minute matches, races to 4 or zeros on the clock, whichever come first. You get 2 points for a win, 1 for a draw and nothing for a defeat. Top of the table, at the end of the night, qualifies for the last 8. We kick off the action with 𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗵 taking on Emma Parker. After a scrappy first frame where both had chances, Amy came out on top to lead 1-0. We pick up the action in frame 2 with Emma at the table, looking to level the scores.
Really well cued, but look at the cue ball.
Another big moment that has fallen the way of 𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗵. That will be a really sore one for Emma Parker, because she'll feel like she did all the hard work there in that frame.
Yeah, she's had the chances in both frames to go 2-0 up, and when you're playing number 1, you have to take them.
In frame 3, it was Champs in again with a big chance.
And that's a nice shot from Amy, and she's put herself in ball in hand, perfect position.
Spot on from Champs. Play a lot of stop shots and not run the cue ball too much. You even get time to run a little bit of clock, which I think is what she's doing.
Yeah, and I think that'll be key for whoever progresses furthest into this tournament, will be using that little bit of experience that some of the ladies have got to their advantage. That's nice. So again, just run through, and cue ball should track up high enough to be able to play the yellow into the right centre after their shot. And as you see, Amy's just using the beeps, managing that clock. You stun it in and come off the top rail. Opted to drag it, but the cube, as you see there, the pace of the table is quick, but she'd be able to, she's not bridging, so she can get her hand on, cue in, and just stay still and cue this 8 ball in for a 3-0 lead.
Very, very good from 𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗵 there.
You gotta keep that positive mindset and just try and get your first frame on the board, get your first win, and see where the night takes you.
Brilliant performance from 𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗵, who shakes the hand of Emma Parker. Her first match in the Women's Champions League ends in defeat, but that was a rock-solid performance from the one they call Champs. Champs by name, potentially Champs by nature. Long way to go in this 36Vegas Women's Champions League. We'll see our next 2 players coming up.
Our second match featured Vicky Lomax and Kirsty Shepherd. We pick up the action after an exceptionally nervy first 5 minutes. Could either player settle and take the first frame?
This first frame, oh boy, is it a biggie.
Yeah, in a strange way, it is edge of your seat stuff. And what a shot that is that Vicky's pulled out. I'll just send it up the table on the rail.
Did say she's got all the talent in the world as Vicky Lomax. It's a phenomenal pot, that. And the only thing you would say is she's a little bit unlucky to only have this. But that flies in. Is she going to get a little bit of luck? Maybe.
Maybe to the top left. This is an amazing finish if she can get this.
Can you imagine? Yeah. Oh, she's playing it. It was on. Just overcut it. Not 100% sure if she could see that potting angle. Looked like the white was really close to the 8-ball there. But brilliant effort from Lomax.
Kirsty couldn't make Vicky pay, and eventually the bear would take frame 1.
And that's a great shot from Vicky.
Brilliant pot from Vicky Lomax.
I think she needed that. Thumped it home.
Never in doubt. You watch a pot 2 balls like that and you think, how on earth did we see some of the ones we did see for Vicky Lomax, with a puff of the cheeks, a sit in her chair, and she'll be so relieved to have won that first frame. And now she can smile. And she says sorry to the backers.
The second frame largely followed the pattern of the first, as both players struggled in the Monday night cauldron. Vicky here with a great chance to go 2 ahead.
The cue ball. She's got this shot, and then we will be heading into the 15 seconds section of the match. So cue ball's going either into the red or behind the red, so she either needs to play with a trace of left-hand spin, which makes the pot missable.
15-second shot.
Nice kiss. Oh, it's in betweens.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's almost the exact middle line between the middle pocket and the corner pocket.
No,
2 seconds to play it. That's a time foul all day, and she played the 8-ball. Oh, Vicky, if that's a time foul, that's a loss of frame.
oh my. If you time foul, don't pot the 8.
I haven't heard what Mark Goff called. We were a little bit too excited. I am having it told in my ear. It has been called loss of frame. There was no even need to review it from Mark. He was that confident in real time. And that is a huge moment for Lomax. Because at that point, even if you just don't hit it, at least you're making Kirsty clear up. And as we've seen tonight, anything can happen. But what a gimme for Kirsty Shepherd. All of a sudden, with 4 minutes left, 15-second shot clock, and the game's afoot.
With 2.5 minutes left and nerves jangling on that 15-second shot clock, could we find a winner?
Coming in the coming weeks, and they need to practice the 15 seconds to get used to it. Cue ball.
Oh, that's a sloppy one from Kirsty. But this is exactly what we said will happen. Heard from Megan Proctor last week in our Women's Champions League preview, and she said, I will expect a little bit of chaos. And this frame in particular has been a little bit of chaos. Are you surprised when Vicky Lomax is involved? I'm not.
Needs to be careful bridging here that she doesn't hit the yellow. Ref will be looking closely. It's called foul. She's done just that.
Oh no. The yellow directly underneath.
Time running.
What the Americans call all ball fouls. Vicky's gone and sat in the wrong chair. It's all happening out there, isn't it? But all of a sudden, Kirsty Shepherd has got 90 seconds to make a clearance, and if she does, she'll win the match. That is not the best safety.
But the cue ball's close again in either pocket. The cue ball could go in off here if she pots the 8-ball.
Jaws it. Where's it going to end up? Oh, now then. All results are possible here with a minute left.
What an advert for the Women's Champions League. Anything is possible.
Well, we knew we'd get drama. This format just produces it. And when you put players out there who have so little experience of it, it really is such a brutal school. Can 𝗪𝗁 Shepherd wrestle the match clock into her control? Need to bounce. Doesn't get one. Be tempted to lay a quick snooker here, but I'm not sure there's time. 28 seconds.
She hasn't. What, is Vicky having a swing at this?
Well, she'll get a go.
She needs to hit it.
This is one shot to win the match, essentially. 15 seconds left. This might be the last shot of the match. Not to be. Balls won't stop rolling, I don't think, quick enough, really, for Kirsty to have a meaningful go, and it ends all square. What a dramatic match that was between 𝗪𝗁 Shepherd and Vicky Lomax. Well, Lomax looks like she's seen a ghost. That was a chastening experience for her. And 𝗪𝗁 Shepherd, I think, too, will just be relieved to be out of there as the Women's Champions League continues with 36Vegas.
She might have been relieved to be out of there, but that feeling wouldn't last long as Kirsty was stuck straight back on to face Emma Parker, who had to win to stay in the night. In frame one, it was Kirsty who fashioned a great chance.
There's a lot of chat about the size of the pockets on the 𝗓𝗏 and Apollo, I know. It's a lovely shot from Kirsty. But if you're going to make them play big, you've got to sort of use the slide off the near jaw. Pumping them into the far jaw, never ever going to work.
No, and this next shot coming up from Kirsty will, for me, dictate the direction of this frame. Thin cut on the red. But if you don't pot it, you're going to leave a simple loss of turn or even a skill shot. So Kirsty could take the red into the top left. Not sure about this. No, I think it was either the thin cut on the red to the bottom left or to the top left. Sort of tried a back double on the red, but didn't really have the angle for that.
That's nice enough from Emma. She's a bit short, but she'll be okay here. Would love to, in an ideal world, avoid the red. I think she just can.
She needs to avoid the middle pocket enough.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, perfect. Look at that.
There's no flirting with danger there.
Not at all. And don't you worry about Emma Parker with the rest. Former under-21 world snooker champion. Don't you worry. That's a bit more like it from Emma. It was clinical in the right moments. Feel a bit for Kirsty there. You can see her getting a little bit down on herself after that last shot. But you just have to... It's almost like you just got to lie to yourself in there. Just stay relentlessly positive. Next one's mine. Next one's mine.
Into frame two we go, and Emma won the tactical battle to earn the right to take on yellows.
You're making a few mistakes. I'll force you to make another one to give my finish, make it easier. And this is the opportunity that Emma wanted. Now she's just got to control the cue ball there, but don't hit it too hard.
Yeah, that's nice. But you take a look at Kirsty's body language in her chair. We mentioned it looked really down on herself after the first frame. If you're Emma Parker sat in your chair looking over, you're thinking, oh, I've got you here. Because that's what you've got to be ruthless. That is what the game's about. It's a great look for your opponent to see that. So what we saw in the Pro Cup last week, what Rob Warren spoke about. He won matches in his runs to the semi-final where he felt like he never would have won those matches until he worked on that side of the game, on his ability to stay level-headed, stay in the fight, ability to come back. He came back from 3-0 down, 4-0 down in that tournament to great players, and those are matches that Rob himself would admit that he wouldn't have had a chance in even 6 months ago, but since he's worked on that side of it, it can be massive.
Yeah, Rob, he'll probably admit himself that's a great shot by Emma, the way she just controlled that cue ball through. But going back to Rob, he'll be one of them players who, going into a match with him, you're telling yourself, get 2 or 3 up, he's gone. Whereas, yes, he didn't win the tournament, but players will have taken note that it's a different Rob nowadays, and you just by going 2-3-0 up, you haven't beat him. You've got to beat him all the way through to whatever race it is. And this has been a great frame from Emma. Doesn't have to be first visit pool, but it was good match pool.
Yeah, perfect match pool really from Emma Parker. Ooh, okay, we're fine, we're fine. Don't you worry. Sure, there was a little skip of the beat there from Emma Parker. Always feels sweeter when there's a little bit of relief mixed in there as well, but that's a lovely finish from Emma.
Into frame 3, and this mistake from Emma would give Kirsty her opportunity that she'd been seeking.
Just thinking the ref's just seen a little foul on the red, so Q hit the red.
15-second shot clock is left.
Yeah, good spot. He doesn't miss anything, does Mark Goff. God, I'd hate to have to answer to him for jobs around the house. Oh.
Imagine being his cleaner.
I often say refs have the toughest job of all, but I think that might be it, actually.
Yeah, I don't think Kirsty's really got that last match out of her mind, and she just seems to be potting balls and not really having a plan of how to develop the reds or try to win the frame. Time's not on her side either. It's not a bad shot. She's tried to open up her reds and sort of still leave a safe cue ball, which she's done.
Extension call.
If you're Emma, do you fancy the full length of table back double off the red?
He might do. I don't know if she needs to, though. Well, blocked up the 8 ball. There is a clearance there, though, for Kirsty Shepherd to at least get to the 8, which she'll fancy herself for.
Yeah, I think just get this pot, draw a cue ball back slightly, and then leave yourself a double on the 8 ball.
Yeah, don't ask too much of yourself here. Slide by the yellow, that's all right.
So you just got to roll this in and leave yourself a shot.
Oh, a bit thin. That was a bit thin. And a bit juiced as well. And well, she has a shot. It's not as nice as it might have been.
I don't think this 8 ball goes into the top corner. You've got no time to think. Do you send the cue ball around 3 rails into the corner?
Cocked hat. What a shot. Kirsty Shepherd wins the frame in style.
She can't believe what she's done. The highlight moment. And I think she's lined it up as well. 2 rails.
Part of the pocket too. Didn't even touch the sides. Well, what a lovely moment for Kirsty Shepherd. A less than lovely moment for Emma Parker, who still will feel like she's got control, but that might just slip away. After that extraordinary 8 ball, the first 8 that Kirsty's made in the night, she has drawn a match, but that 8 ball that gave her the point in the match against Vicky Lomax was actually potted by Vicky herself. So hopefully that just lets Kirsty just relax. She's won a frame now, she's made a great shot. All right, settle in. Try and play your stuff. Because I think you're right, Liam. I think she has looked a little frazzled in this match. Immediately back on after that match with Vicky, which was eventful to say the least. Emma Parker, though, looking to not even let Kirsty be a part of the conversation in this frame.
Yeah, I think the inner Sean story is coming out of Emma Parker right now, and learning how to use that match clock to your advantage, using the beeps. And yes, she'll think that she should have been 3-0 up, but I am impressed with how she's managing the situation. Just for the beeps.
Yeah, goes down that pretty quick, I think because of that. Would have loved to have slid by that yellow, but doesn't really matter in all truth. Should get at least two clean pots coming up, and that's at worst. That's really well judged, you know.
Yeah, what a great reply this is from what's just happened. Can you close out the match in a reverse finish?
Yeah, done on the 15-second shot clock as well. Again, looks to play that short position. There's not many who do that.
No, and that just demonstrates the cue power, the technique, and how much belief she's got in herself. Middle pocket or corner.
Oh, a little unlucky. She was annoyed that she was left thin on the yellow. That was her problem there. But ultimately, the job was done. That was the most important thing for 𝗲𝗏. In getting close to the line, she got over the line in the end. A super performance that from 𝗲𝗏, who is back in the night. It does eliminate Kirsty Shepherd. We will see Amy Beecham up next as she takes on good mate Vicky Lomax. Looking forward to that when we return.
Our fourth match of the night saw Vicky Lomax back in action, this time against Amy Beecham. Amy, knowing a win, would put her in a great spot to top the group.
But Vicky just having 20 minutes, half an hour out of the arena after that match with Kirsty probably will do her the world of good. And Champs makes ball off the break, and she'll get first go at these.
Yeah, I think it'll do her the world of good, but I also think that when you know you're playing one of the top players, you automatically refocus your brain. And I think we will see a better version of Vicky in this match. It's just whether she'll get enough chances to take the victory, because these reds, these should be bread and butter for Amy. Again, it's just having that 20 minutes away, maybe 40 minutes. 1 minute you've just got used to the pace of the table, then you go away and you come back and almost can catch you out straight away again. So I'll be taking one of these to the right centre here and just drawing the cue ball back slightly, so just give you a choice of 3 reds essentially. You want to be on that one closest to the 8 ball as soon as possible, and I think she's perfect. Use the natural angle to just roll this in and bring the cue ball in between the red and the yellow.
Yeah, just like that.
Again, while you're on it, while you're on, your trickiest part is the red to the top left. So while you're on it, for me, take it now and just draw the cue ball back.
Yeah, if she can bring the cue ball back to where it is now and take this one off the table, it really is dot to dot for the finish. And she is in the box seat here. Here's Amy Beecham.
Yeah, expected to take these out, and again, she's tackling the only other problem ball that she's got. Just make sure you bring the cue ball off the rail. Perfect. And these are unmissable now.
Yeah, just about minding your work. There's no doubt Amy Beecham will be going 1-0 up, though. Ominous start from Champs, this.
And she does have that air of confidence as she struts around the table, that she does believe she's the #1, and she rightfully is.
Yeah, that was excellent from Amy. It really was. Very, very good work. Amy's been one of the dominant forces in the game for a long time. She's under no illusions how well she has to play in this match. Oh, that's a cruel win off. That is a cruel win off, because she sledged that break.
Not only did she sledge it, look at the reds again. And she should, unfortunately, be looking at a 2-0 deficit, because
middle of that side rail as well. That's pretty safe.
These are as dot to dot as you can ask for, and
Red balls in play.
it's hard to see a problem. You've got to try and invent one, but really can't see any problems here, and I fully expect Amy to carry on the night, take a 2-0 lead, and don't forget she's yet to drop a frame. The only little bit of awkward positioning can be is the red that's closest to the 8 ball. You gotta find the right line, and she's a little bit close to the plant on the 2 reds right now, and she's got a decision to make. Does she play the plant and play the same red into the same pocket, or bring the cue ball out? Opted to bring it out, but now, with the pace of the table, if she takes the red closest to the 8 ball, cue ball's tracking towards the middle and could hide behind these yellows. So, needs a little bit of care. For me, I'd take the one over the pocket and just come back up
Extension called.
roughly to where the cue ball is now. Going close to these yellows, and she's changed her mind again. So, flick it in with a little bit of left. And played that perfect. I think she's perfect. Couldn't have played it any better. Roll this in and take the 8 ball into the bottom left. We'll come back across even better. And this is what Amy's all about.
Superb from 𝗍𝗻𝘁𝗵. That is a lethal start to this match.
And she needs to play the middle one of the red, as she should cue it now. Hit in between the rail and...
Not quite.
No.
About a centimetre or 2 off. Wanted that to wedge right in the little gap between the red and the rail, and that might have just moved the one close to the pocket over the pocket. As it is, yellows can have a dip here, and they can have a dip with a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, and these are the finishes you have to take. You can't afford, especially when you're 2-0 down, if you want to progress in this group, you've got to take these chances when they come. And I think Vicky's just got to pinch the pocket slightly and just run the cue ball through and land in between the gap of the yellow and the red. And that's played nicely. So again, this is about not leaving yourself straight. You need to leave an angle to be able to bring the cue ball off. Perfect.
Yep, that will do.
And this one, if she gets this right, it will do nicely.
Yeah, lovely. Really nice this from Vicky Lomax. Played this frame right. I think she's earned this chance. Amy took on a pretty difficult out. Didn't get there, but I think Lomax really sort of made it. I like those shot choices she made at the start of the frame. Feels like a frame Vicky's deserved to win, and she's going to. 2-1. The Bear back on the hunt.
Yeah, and this has been the best match of the night so far in terms of standard, both. Yeah, and the way Amy's played in this match so far, she is not in any mood to be missing. So she's just got to work out the yellow that's closest to the 8 ball is the tricky one to land on. It's how she wants to to get there. You'll see a lot of players attack the bad balls early. But for me, she's just going to clear the top end of the table and work her way down. Split the table into little sections.
Yeah, and I think she can link the two northernmost yellows up together. She's not super thin on this yellow to top right. On and off the cushion. Middle awaits her in the centre right. And you can pick this frame apart from there.
Controlled that well, and it's definitely got the pace of the table right in this match. Still that problem area. Now she's looking to attack, and I think that's a nice little flick on the yellow. Key here, does she need to develop that yellow, or is she on it now? If she's on it now, it's perfect. And she is.
16-second shot clock in play.
And it's here's right centre, left centre, yellow to the right, bottom right corner.
An 8-ball wherever you want it, basically. I always thought yellows looked really nice. Just needed one good shot to land at the bottom of the table and you were just in business straight away.
It's okay. Needs a little bit of care on this shot.
Fraction short. But still should be no issues here for Amy Beecham to go 3-1 up with less than 4 minutes to play. Heart of the pocket. Very, very good this from Champs, who has looked as composed on a Monday night stage as anybody has, really, in the last 12 months. It has been very, very impressive from Amy Beecham here after a couple of settlers against Emma Parker, where she got a little bit of rope. She's needed absolutely nothing here against Vicky Lomax, so she's played beautifully.
Yeah, and she's almost got one foot already in the final stage of the competition.
Amy had first chance in frame 5, but ran aground as Lomax looked to capitalise.
For me, this highlights where Vicky's game's at. Unbelievable vision, great potter. If she can tighten up the cue ball.
Well, that'll do it. Amy Beecham will roll this one in, no questions asked. One mistake really in the entire match from Amy Beecham. That was rock solid from Champs. Awesome performance from the best player in the Ultimate Pool Women's Pro Series. She rolls in to her third match knowing just a point will get the job done. Emma Parker can put some pressure on next. She has to beat Vicky Lomax in the one coming up.
Into our penultimate match, and with the previous result, Vicky Lomax could no longer qualify. Emma Parker was very much still alive though with a win here, and she had first chance in frame 1.
Key first shot to bring the cue ball out after potting this red. Wanted to run it through. Try and take it into the left middle. Probably should have aimed to draw the cue ball back, but still expect her to get this. Cued it in nicely. So, the key to English 8-ball is trying to do as little travelling as possible, and here she just wants to roll this in and be on the red into the top left. It's nice, but the angle looks to be a little bit awkward, so she could opt to pot this at pace and stun into the red and bring it off the rail. See the pots in the middle loop tight from an acute angle. Draw it back. So now we need a little bit of good cueing to continue and get this finish. Needs the cue ball to be approximately by the 8, where the 8 ball is. What a shot. What a shot. Ball in hand perfect. Needs the red to drop, and it doesn't. What a finish that would have been.
Oh, it's such a shame for 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃. Just tried to dribble it along that bottom rail. This is a shot that took her there before. That was your cue ball here. I mean, the pot's lovely, but that cue ball is absolute perfection, isn't it? This is a risky one. This is a risky one. Didn't love that from Vicky, I'll be honest.
No.
Not sure how much else she had to go at, but I felt like nailing that safety was maybe harder than taking an aggressive shot on.
Oh, and Emma's clipped that in really nicely and controlled the cue ball. But you find that sometimes when the ball's so far over the pocket, it's harder to control the cue ball, as we may see here.
I've played that actually really well, yeah. It sounds like such a silly thing to say, but you catch that any thinner and all of a sudden the cue's spitting up that left side rail, thicker and it's sitting in the jaw, but she's played that perfectly and goes 1-0 to the good. She's looked the part tonight, 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃.
Into frame 2 as this one quickly turned into a fascinating tactical battle.
You take it now. Just roll it in now.
Goodness me, how do you like these? All the best. Ha! Well, you see the vision there. That's an amazing fluke.
She's played it. Definitely played it.
Absolutely. Pretty good snooker that as well from 𝗨𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃. Get out of that.
And that's the perfect way of taking control of the frame. Go for the
I thought she'd do
finishing.
that 3 shots ago. Do you know what I mean? I think she's in great shape here. This would be a good hit from Emma if she gets it. It would be a very good hit. What a shot that is.
Do you think she played that? And if she did, that's possibly shot of the night.
I mean, just to get any kind of escape from that position is absolutely wonderful.
There's not really a hiding place for Vicky here.
That's why she took on the double. She's not done another one, has she?
No, but she's left the cue ball in the worst ball. She's tied up the yellow.
Oh, and the red. Now, here's where you'll see the difference. They're having a little giggle about it out there as we see that shot from 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃 again. That is such an amazing escape. Well played. But this is where you'll see the difference. I can't imagine Emma considered going for that for 1 second, whereas I think Vicky Lomax would have had to rein herself in from stopping herself to pot that.
And Vicky's probably looking for go all out attack on this one as well. Anything could happen here.
Oh, did not miss that by much. Now, has Emma got enough room to play into that yellow and red, or does she have to get a little bit creative?
See, for me, you 1-0 up, you don't need to attack. Just play the cue ball on the yellow and the red. Glue the cue ball on the yellow and just separate it.
I think she thinks she can get into this.
You're not guaranteed to be on the ball where you want it to be.
Well, you are if you play that well.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's a
I mean,
mic drop.
Yeah, that's as good as it gets, really, from 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃. think you're absolutely right, by the way. It doesn't negate what you were saying at all, Liam, but that is just executed just perfectly. And this 8 ball is waiting. And I guess this is the point for what we were saying earlier about Vicky Lomax. So aggressive, so attacking, but the way she went in that frame. Oh, Emma. I can't believe she's missed that. Well, Vicky Lomax gets a let off, because I was about to say, there's no way on earth Vicky Lomax shouldn't have won this frame. She may still. I just wonder if... Do you think the bridge hand was bothering Emma a little bit there? Just in the pocket, just not quite comfortable? Because that's a crazy one for her to miss, of all people.
Yeah, I think the bridge hands bothered her a little bit, and also the realisation that she should be going 2-0 up and with a chance of staying in the night. What a shot from Vicky.
I mean, that's a ridiculous shot from Vicky Lomax. I think she's going to try and cut this red in as well. Oh, eyes on the cue ball. Is the red going to make it? Not quite. It was on line. And she was ball in hand perfect on the 8. Where can Emma get this 8 ball tracking towards?
I think this is where a little bit of pool experience can come in. Can you play cushion first off the red and in the pocket? I think that's left it.
I think so.
The cue ball's travelling, but I think this is... Well, Vicky could just roll on the red. Needs to hit a cushion, watch the cue ball.
Pretty good. Emma needs another magical escape.
Close your eyes and up and down.
A good old-fashioned up and under. Good effort. But that should...
I think that's it. That's match frame winner, that is. This is such a hard shot from bridging over the 8 ball and it's an acute angle.
Yeah, how would you like these apples? That bridging is not nice. Oh, that's a hell of a pot. That's a hell of a pot for Vicky Lomax.
That is pressure, precision, perfection.
And Vicky Lomax eventually does win the frame that she absolutely had to win, and there was no way she could lose. But in true Vicky Lomax fashion, did it slightly around the houses. Emma Parker played one very, very good shot to get herself back into that frame, and then played one very, very poor shot that should have won her it.
And I think we're seeing glimpses of it now with Emma.
Yeah, just saw her in between the last frame, just having a little bit of a laugh and a joke in the gap. And, you know, I'm not going to be the celebration police or anything like that, but do just look at that and think, oh! But you do just look at that, and it must be difficult to keep your focus and concentration when you've got the comedian that is Vicky Lomax out there doing mad stuff to you. But Emma has to concentrate here. She's got to lock in. Victory is in her grasp.
Yeah, again, it's a wrong choice selection for me. She should have been going up to the top rail off that shot. It's a good recovery, but the position shot now, ideally you need to be playing for the one that's on the top rail.
Yeah, and you've got to play a really good shot to get there. She's not even tried, so it looks like she's trying to link it from the one north of it, which is difficult.
Yeah, the 8 ball plays big.
Unless, is she trying again to play short on it? Does it slide in past the yellow? No, she can stun past the 8. Stuns into the 8. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Emma's got herself a little bit lost there, because those two never connected from that angle.
No, and I think that's a few times now, I think, where Emma can develop a game is that pattern play. It's just to make the finishes easier, because she is an unbelievable potter. She's got to play a good Snooker here. Play the snooker.
Snooker? Why would you play the snooker? Emma Parker absolutely batters in the long double. And wins the frame. Would you look at that? Well, wasn't quite plan A, wasn't quite plan B. Someone in the passenger seat was ripping up the road map, but Emma Parker got there anyway, parked up and said, "What are you doing?" What a double. Whistles it in. "What were you worried about?" she says.
Unbelievable. This match has been tremendous.
It's been good fun, I know that much.
And it's not only that, to stay in the night and put the pressure on Amy going into the last match as well. The magnitude of that finish could be huge. The cue ball's gone, and we've got 1 minute 53, and the only thing we're missing is a buzzer beater. Can Vicky get it now? She's gone favourite for it. This is the key shot now. Get in on this yellow at the bottom end of the table.
I won't even worry about being a buzzer beater. She's going to be miles in time. Just mind your work. Controlled that pretty well. One good shot away from 2-2. There's the good shot. Just laces it in. He's some player to watch, Vicky Lomax. If you'd have watched her first match against Kirsty Shepherd, you simply would never have suspected she had a finish like that in the locker. But this is the enigma. That is the Lomax. Cut break for Vicky. And the last one got absolutely slammed. That one a little bit less so. Emma's going to get a shot. But it's tough. It's really tough.
I don't see a starter, that's the problem. Can she play one of the yellows? She needs to go yellows. And the opportunity's there. Are you on the one by the red? Take the one by the red if you're on it.
Time is already passed, really, for Emma, you suspect. And has landed a little bit on nothing here. So there we go. Vicky Lomax snatches a draw. And ends it in style. So to speak. They shake hands, a lovely moment between two lovely ladies. That was an awesome match. Really, really good fun. Some great pull there in and amongst the madness. But what it has told us is Amy Beecham is through. She has her victory lap coming up next against Kirsty Shepherd.
With Emma failing to secure the win that she needed to join Amy at the top of the group, Champs was able to enjoy a victory lap in our final match of the night, as she was qualified win, lose or draw, and she put on a show against Kirsty Shepherd.
So we will see Amy attack. I expect her to clear all the yellows. It's just whether she's going to get good position on that 8 ball.
Yeah, and she's got 3 balls over pockets. So you know she's getting to the 8 ball, really. That's not the question, it's just how she can land on it. Instinct tells me the one to right centre feels like a ball you can get across to the top left of the table from. You just got to be nicely on it. And I think she will be. Wants that to keep travelling.
That's nice, and you've called it. You're going to use that one to the right centre. And it's about getting good position on this shot. perfect.
That's just a work cue ball control. And she has shown, actually that's been the bit that stood out the most, actually. She's shown a real good degree of that. And even that's absolutely fine. It's landed about as badly as it could in that big area that she drew.
Middle bag plays big here.
Never in doubt. 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 goes ahead in this race to 4, and that was an excellent finish from Amy. I think that's been her X factor tonight, and we talked about all of her experience. She has been so experienced. She's got more than pretty much, I'd say, any lady on the Women's Pro Series in this environment, in this big arena.
It's important you stay still. She's got it.
Ah, it's lovely. Cue ball's fine. And this will be 2-0 pretty pronto. 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 goes 2-0 in front and looks distinctly untroubled on that scoreline front. It'll be interesting to see how that goes this year. Booming break from Amy. And a pretty good chance this. It's a really nice chance, actually.
Now look at them yellows.
Yeah, delightful. Does strike the cue ball really, really well. Got a good sense of timing, Amy. And doesn't always control that cue ball perfectly, but oftentimes doesn't matter too much for it.
And this is nice. I'm seeing the sort of the perfect 8-ball finish where you take them all in the section and work your way down the table. So just pot this and just run through. Not come through enough, so she's got to reroute and take the 2 at the bottom end of the table next.
Yeah, she was somewhere nearer the 8-ball there. The one to left centre or right centre becomes the next ball pretty straightforwardly, but there's still no issues here really for Amy. Or at least there shouldn't be.
So just take the one to the bottom right, and what some players will do is just draw the cue ball back 2 or 3 inches, and then you'll get others that draw it off the side rail and back out to just follow the natural line, which allows you to cue the ball a little bit smoother, and you've got a bigger margin for error. And that's exactly what Amy's done.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. This frame should be over.
Just take the one into the left centre. Let the cue ball do the work for you. It's perfect. So just draw the cue ball back and take the 8-ball into the bottom right as she's looking.
Very, very good break and run from 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃. There's been a few of those tonight. Don't always get them on Monday nights, whatever tournament it is. It's just difficult to do that on this stage. But 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 has been in fine fettle this new year, and she's starting off her 2026 with a bang. 3-0, she leads.
So she's lost the cue ball, and this should be game, set and match for Amy. Yo into the bottom left, left middle, and bottom right.
And the job will be done. It's been a very, very good performance this from 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃. A fitting winner of the opening group of the Women's Champions League. 7 times an Ultimate Pool champion. She would love to make it 8. Who says it won't be the Women's Champions League? Super performance from Champs. She goes through to the next stage, and we'll grab a word with her in a moment as well, when we come back from this quick break.
Yeah, I think after the first match, found it really, really hard to get the pace of the table. So that was a bit scrappy. But then once I found the pace of the table, I was really happy with how I played. And if I can break like that all year, I'll be buzzing. Because I had great chances off almost every break. I had one dry, maybe one in off. But, you know, I don't try to overdo control the cue ball off the break. So you sort of take that risk. So, yeah, if I can hit the break like that all year, I think I could go okay. Last year was a year of transition, and this year will be much the same. So for me, sometimes it's as much a mental battle as anything else. And I know now that I can switch between games because the wins in France were big for me because I went into that with no form at all, hadn't been playing the game, and then Griff will tell you we had a practice before the tournament starts and I couldn't pot a ball. So to go and then play really well there and just have that mental thing of, come on, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. I think that sets me up really well for things like this. And it's been, obviously last year was chaotic, so it's been nice to have a break over Christmas. And then, yeah, I played for a few hours yesterday. I felt good, came here, had 20 minutes out there, and I felt good. You know, I've put enough time in over the years that I don't need to be on the table relentlessly. I need to, you know, find a balance between games and do enough and then mentally be in a good place.
Yeah, mental sharpness probably more the key for you at this stage. Well, look, Jams, it's been fabulous watching you. Terrific performance. We'll welcome you back later on in the competition where I can't promise you the draw is going to get any easier, but it's but it should be a cracker either way. It feels fitting that one of the great Ultimate Pool champions is the first woman through in the Women's Champions League. Stay with us next week, same time, same place. Group number 2 of the 36Vegas Women's Champions League rolls into town to join Amy in the last day. We'll see you then.